guys, welcome back. I thought about doing a little kit review on this AMT CustomShop 1958 Edsel Pacer because a lot of people was commenting on the AMT masterpiece saying how bad it was, and I think, well, it's not perfect, but it's not that bad. The problems mostly with that kit were that it was assembled by someone on a production line and without the care we modelers usually take. So this model here, that is a pre-painted as well, can be a very good starting point for a fast build and something for you to build just for the heck of it, for the fun, without having to worry about paint. This one is pretty old. I have it for about 6 or 7 years, and when I bought it, it was already old. You can see on the box that the model shown here has the 3-color paint scheme that Edsel did offer back in 1958, but the model is actually a 2-color paint scheme in red and black, and I think they are all this color, at least all the Edsels. And well, how does this kit looks like? It looks like more or less like this. You have the body that comes up here, and the body is not bad at all. I already foiled the trim because when I got it, all the trim was painted silver, and I never thought that to be very convincing. So I foiled all the trim and put the car back here, as I didn't want to build it right at that point. And here you can see what you expect when you open this. You have your windshield, you have your radiator sides, you have your rear pan also already pre-painted. You have here one of the front bumpers. You have here unpainted because the actual rubber on those was white, so they just left the plastic unpainted. And those rubbers here go on the bumperettes. Here you have hood hinges, the almighty hood itself, the battery that has no detail painted, it's just painted black. Here you have the radiator support. The engine parts are here. The color is good, but it's not 100% correct. It's a little to the green side. You have the engine block and transmission halves. Again, this will be a problem because when assembled, the transmission half here, the glue seam will show, of course, because they didn't assemble the engine before painting. You have here the oil pan. This one here is the generator, starter, fan belts, front cover, the heads. Here have more parts. Valve covers painted white, as they should. Exhaust manifolds, intake manifold. More other little parts like the carburetor, air filter, distributor, and hoses. You have your interior panels, all painted, including the little trim here is painted silver. Here you have your dashboard, it's all painted. Frame, all painted, and here is the floor pan painted. They even got the extra mile of doing the paint, the body color overspray here on the paint. I think this color is quite good for the Ford primer, but it's kind of too glossy. And here you have your interior floor, and again I think it's too glossy. It's painted gloss red, and carpeting is not gloss red, right? And here other interior parts, the seats, all painted, detail painted. This part here will not show because the actual seat will come here. You will assemble the seat. This paint, bad paint here won't show. You have the dash, detail painted. It's kind of cool. They didn't actually painted the gouges. They're just black blobs, but you could detail paint this with ease. And here the steering wheel with the transmission buttons. And the last miscellaneous parts I have here. Well, covers. I'll never know why you have the Edsel well covers, and they will always paint the lip here the wrong color. This lip here is actually the car. This lip here around is the car wheel, is the wheel, and the hubcap only goes until where the chrome ends. And on a real Edsel, this lip here would have to be painted the secondary car color, not the main car color. Whoa, sorry, it's just the opposite. This lip here would be painted the primary body color and not the secondary body color. In case of this Edsel here, the primary body color is black, so the lip around the well cover should be black and not red. But this one is the only mistake. The only actual part painted a wrong color on this entire thing. And last you have those AMT DF Goodrich tires that use the Modeling World versions of that hideous porta-walls that are those inserts here. I hate white inserts. They make every single model tire to look toyish. I don't like this. But you can always replace the tires with other tires from AMT. Now, what is good? Everything is painted. What is bad? Everything is painted in gloss colors. There's not one single piece painted flat, even the radiator hoses. So you'll have to correct that. This, by other hand, you can correct. That is the mold line here. I believe you can see. See? Mold line here. That's the main mold line on this car. Also, when you want to build an Edsel like this one, before you paint the body, you'll glue the rear pan to sand this seam out, as there is no seam there with the completed car on the real car. But here you can't do that. So is it perfect? No, it's far from perfect, but it's best than the average modeler can do in terms of painting. I know, because as bad as it is, I took a long time to be able to get a paint job better than this one. So the paint job is not that bad. It's not bad at all. And I have one of those that is complete. Let me show you guys. Let me put my... Here she is. This is the exact same model, just completed. I built her. It took me an entire afternoon. Oh, what a dream! An afternoon to build a kit. And yeah, it's pretty much what you get in pre-painted form. It's not bad. I added this toe, little toe ball here. I added good old Brazilian license plate, because I want the car to be mine, not belonging to some guy in the United States that will have fun with it, and not me. Sorry guys, this one is mine. Here up front, license plate again, and I did a little decal here on the center of the grille. This is a decal I made using Photoshop to represent the center of the Edsel grille that I would never be able to paint to look half decent. The engine is reasonably stuck, was just wired. I painted the detail on the battery, the red caps, and the contacts here, positive and negative poles, and also painted some parts here on the firewall. The interior, I did nothing to it, just put it together. The body, I did nothing to it other than foiling. And the tires are those BFGs, but I used my circle template, circle cutter, to cut paper white walls and glue the paper white walls over that hideous inserts, and I think they look more real than the inserts. If you guys are interested in learning how to do those paper white walls, I can make a video, just comment asking. Here you have your nice headlights when you don't glue them with super glue like the guys did at the factory on that Starliner I showed you. And the underside, of course, you have the little serial number here to prove it's the super valuable collection piece pre-painted. Haha, believe it? I didn't. And that beautiful seam here on the transmission, because I didn't fix that. The model is not bad at all. I like it. Of course, you have to at least foil it, because the silver paint on the trim, not good. But once you foiled it, well, it's a cool Edsel. And I'm, of course, a little biased, but it's a cool Edsel. And I love those cars. You could even make the steering of the car posable. You just had to, oops, go there. You just had to avoid gluing the spindle to the lower arm here and to the upper arm. And if you avoid gluing, you could steer the wheel separately, of course, because of this linkage here. The tie rods are molded to the lower arms, and they wouldn't be functional. They could be made functional, but would be a little labor intensive. And you could even make posable steering. In fact, I have another of those cars built from the regular kit, not those pre-painted cars, a regular Edsel kit that I painted in blue and white, and that car has posable steering. When I get to make a review of that one, I'll make sure to show you guys how it's done, and that it's very easy to get posable steering. I wish I could find the spindles here in this mess. Wait a minute. Shock absorbers, wheels, drive shaft. Where did the spindles go? Let me see. Not here. Not here. Rear bumper. Tires. Little vent windows. Very cool. Come on, Edsel. Don't be shy, I like Edsels. They are not here. They are somewhere. Yeah, they're just hiding. Maybe inside the box. Aha, knew it. Exhaust and more parts. Spindles included. Here I have the spindles. See? On this big tab here, you glue the wheel. And you have this little tab here and this little tab here that are exactly where on a real car would be the ball joints, and you can just install the spindle to the lower and the upper arm of the suspension and not glue it, so you could have steering on the car. What's pretty easy to be done. Well guys, thank you for watching. Please comment, tell me what you think, and have a good one.